This young man here represents the whole ecosystem. This young man here represents the food web. I know you're really a nice person. You're just going to pretend that you're the polluter in a minute. And they represent the main food chain. To grow up in a healthy world, we need the food chain, the food web, and the ecosystem to be clean. Right, teachers? Yes. How many people here have ever seen someone throw garbage or litter on the ground or in the water? Uh-oh. Count at three. Let's make believe we're polluting the garbage and water. 1, 2, 3. Everyone, pollute the garbage and water. Polluter, walk by, throw it on the ground. Everyone, look like you're getting sick. Look like you're getting sick. Everyone, fall down carefully and die, but don't hurt yourself. And don't laugh, you're going to be dead. Now you can't laugh, you are dead. You're a dead food chain. All right, stay there for a second while I explain why we're doing this. Everyone, okay, this is important now. Even the food chain should listen to this. Something very scary is happening to your world. About 7 years ago, scientists discovered a gigantic, disgusting mass of garbage and litter, mostly disgusting plastic, floating around the Pacific Ocean. It was so big, the scientists believed it was about the size of the state of Texas. They gave it a name. Its name is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. But if you think that's terrible, about 1.5 years ago, a new group of scientists now believe this is your world, your ocean, your water. They now believe this gigantic, disgusting mass of filthy plastic is now twice the size of the United States of America. And yet, teachers, you don't even see this in the news. You want to go do, well, next year you want to do a class project for the year, study the progress of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Everyone, let's clean up the water. And now you can be the nice person you really are, really clean up when you are dropped on the ground, all right? So everybody, clean up the water, everyone. And food chain, ecosystem, food web, everyone come back to life. Everyone back to life. Food chain, hook elbows again, be a healthy food chain again, become the food chain, and give them all a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. You were all great. You were all great. Thank you. You were great. You were all great. Thank you. So thank you, Mr. Barry. All right. We have to do it all right. Now, in a moment we're gonna go to college in a moment. But before we go, I have to make sure we understand a basic concept of the solution, which is thinking like a recycler. How many of you recycle? All right. I'm going to show you the basic scientific principle behind recycling. And actually, depending where you live in New Jersey, in East Orange, we put our cans and bottles in one bin and our newspapers in another. Some towns mix them together. Always check where you live, how you recycle. Here's what happens. Who's ever seen a bin like this? When we put a can in here, say a blue can, they would end up taking the cans to a place called a processing plant. Let's think of a factory, a recycling factory. And here's what they do. At the factory, they turn the can into a sheet of aluminum. This is how recycling really works. They take a blue can and turn it into a sheet of aluminum. And then they take the sheet of aluminum and they turn that into a red can. Almost like magic. That's how recycling works. In fact, they can even take the red can back to the recycling factory. And sometimes, actually that's almost every time, they can take the red can and turn that into another sheet of aluminum. Then they can take that sheet of aluminum and they can turn that into a green can. Now I'm not going to try to fake you, I have 2 cans. But, you know what, when I do kindergarten I go like to 9 cans, but you know what the thing is? It's really how recycling works. And to me, recycling really is like magic. It really is like magic, because we really take a can, really turn it into a sheet of aluminum, and really make a new can out of it. Now I found out that what might be the waste in the factory could actually be used as fertilizer to grow mushrooms. And now, we're growing mushrooms on the island. Mr. Barry, show everyone.
Everybody put the cap on the mushroom.
Let's become a mushroom. And now we have
With your head in.
mushrooms on the island. How about that? We have a factory and we have mushrooms. And right now we have almost no pollution. Thank you, that was great. However, the word science, the scientists used to describe this, was that in the process of growing mushrooms, there was a residue, which kind of means something was left. We can say it was the waste that was left over. May not look like much, but there are some places in the world where farmers, without knowing what they're doing, take all that residue, collect it, turn it into a slop, and when no one is looking, just throw it on the grass. And sometimes it suffocates the grass and the grass turns brown. So the scientists said, what kind of business can we make out of that residue from growing mushrooms? And it turned out they could actually, by reusing and recycling it, use it as chicken feed. And now we're growing chickens on the island. Mr. Barry?
Make your wing. Flap your wing. Let's hear some chicken sound.
Now we're growing chickens